Hi guys, and welcome to Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Today we'll be discussing easy ways for you to be actually competitive inside of multiplayer battles. Now, as you'll all know, the Kai types usually don't do too great inside multiplayer battles because instead of actual combinations, they're not very easy to get out of. You have many weaknesses, and ultimates are really your only useful abilities, with the problem of most of them being very predictable and seen before. So as you'll know through your own experiences if you're watching this video, you will not have an easy time using Kai types inside of a multiplayer battle. So today I've came up with 4 very specific combos that will allow you to actually do complete and utter combos instead of just easy to dodge ultimate attacks and do a reasonable amount of damage too. So, first let's look at the stats. I am level 84, and my stats aren't the best for this kind of build, but as you can see, I am mostly Kai Blast Supers and Kai, which is what you want. Get these two up to 100 if you want to be completely efficient with this, but this setup will work either way. Really wish I didn't have different Supers. The first one's probably going to be the hardest, so hopefully I don't mess this up, and it is going to be the Super Vanishing Ball combo, which the Super Vanishing Ball is a widely known move because of its spam ability and other destructive force with its homing, which is rather useful, but inside of competitive, you get to fly around it, unless you use a very specific combo that I found to work almost every single time. We're going to be using Riku as a dummy for his high HP. Still Games Arena works best, but most places do. Sometimes the World Tournament stage will not work the best, but for most of these it will work no matter what zone. Now, Rikuma is a computer, so for the most part you can't actually charge with these. Real players will not allow you to do that. So don't try what I'm doing right now in actual competitive. If anything, try to use Aftermate. Knock them back, then do a small charge if you can, otherwise just get your Kai from the battle itself. This specific moveset is going to be called the main combo square, 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 triangle, triangle, triangle. Then you do a simple infinite combo with 1 stamina only, so you only need 2 stamina for this to actually work. Make sure your opponents don't have too much stamina, or they can easily get out of this, however. As you can see, most of the time your opponent will use his evasive the second you notice he's about to take real damage. Then use a vacation delete after the second one. And it will almost always hit as long as they don't use an evasive, which if you didn't see, Riku actually did use while I was about to use vacation delete. After vacation delete hits, you finish off with a good old-fashioned Super Vanishing Ball, and this is the one time it's a guaranteed hit. We're going to try this with the basic technique, but he's really not going for it. You do want to make sure you have a reasonable amount of distance, which is why you want to use the stamina break first. As you can see, it did work this time, and the time it takes for them to get out is not sufficient to the Vanishing Ball's charge time, which will usually result in a perfect hit, and because of Vanishing Ball's attack damage, are usually a death. Next we'll be using a move that is widely known as Trash, however it does have one tiny little secret to it. The Full Power Energy Blast Volley is a technique that just repeatedly uses basic Kai Blast, and nobody uses it because of the lack of damage it can actually inflict. But this is a very basic and fast, easy combo to pull off, and you don't even have to use any stamina in the process. This is one of the combinations that sometimes will not work inside of the ultimate stage because they're a bit small, but for the most part, as long as you have enough distance, it will work. All you have to do is do the basic combo, and as you can realize, the energy blast volley actually does hit in the end. As long as they don't get out of it, they usually actually can be hit with a flash strike or even a Kamehameha in the end, so you can do a little bit of extra damage in the ending. This is not as effective as the other ones, but with a fully charged key, it can be potentially dangerous, and it's the one way you can actually use that move to its full potential. Let's end this with one more of these. So it's effective at that price, right? And yeah, it's an easy combo to memorize. Next we'll be using one of my favorites, which I imagine is more like an evolved form of this, as it uses Die Missile Barrage, which is a more effective version of the high power volley blast. But it's up to you guys. This is the Giant Storm combo, a more famous move for its high damage and quick ability, as long as its huge range. Now, just a little disclaimer here, most of these combos do work best with the female Saiyan, but most of them can be activated with every single other race, except for any ones that smash the opponent into the ground. In other words, sometimes you could actually perform the combo still, but things like the high energy power blast, you need a different combo to actually complete it without it completely failing. So use female Saiyans inside of these combos. As you can see, that's basically how that works. You're going to want at least 4 bars of key for this, so just for this match only, I'm going to be going to Vegeta. The extra damage and the stun from the high-powered Die Missile Barrage usually is enough to finish it. Let's just finish this with a basic combo, unless he wants to try and dodge. Yeah, screw it. Quick and easy death, very well used combo. Ta-da. The last one I wouldn't say is completely a combo, more of a defensive maneuver, but it's highly powerful and is regarded as my personal favorite. I don't even need to go into the presets for this one. As we know, usually inside of a melee combat, the opponent will use vanishing as many times as they can, and they'll either try to avoid your backward attack or go straight for another attack, kind of turning into a relatively same thing every time. I just realized something though, I did pick the wrong character for this. what you're going to want is a character with a Saiyan spirit, and I am only a Saiyan as a Z-Soul for maximum damage. What you want to do is wait for them to teleport behind you, and that's when it works the best. However, if you've already diminished your stamina completely, you can actually end a combo with this. This works very well. As you can see, Rakumi's massive HP actually is completely done because of that one-time attack. Which is why the I am only a Saiyan Z-Soul works so well. And this should be the finishing, unless the thing's hit detection doesn't work at all. And that, my friends, is 4 very deadly combos that can be easily performed with the basic female Saiyan or any other key types. Thanks for watching.